Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. My co-host Barbara will be here soon, and when she comes on, the subject that we're going to be talking about is dating in the new year. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes. Oh, did you start early? It was 4:59. Okay, well, okay. I am here. Hi, everybody. And I just caught the end of what you just said. Were you talking about your big event?
No, what I was just doing was telling everybody what we were going to talk about today. You know, just until you were going to come on. So, you know, that I was telling everybody that.
Tell me, because according to the title that you created, because we discussed the topic yesterday, you created a title that is just so vague. It's not even about you, Johnny. So don't be shy, because I was so excited to hear about.
What I did, I guess the reason
event.
I made that title what it is so that we could both say things. And
that's
also,
so sweet.
You know, it was something that it wouldn't be just me that would be part of the discussion. It would be you, and, you know, you might want to incorporate a story too that would be relevant. So if it was just about me.
Well, we're having a conversation, Johnny, so you know what? I'll be incorporating quite a bit. So,
all right.
Okay, go ahead and continue. I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hello,
go ahead.
For example, I went to a thing for singles last Friday. That was why we didn't have the Dale on. And
which is a very big deal for you to not
it was a big deal.
Have a show. You never do that, so this obviously was very important to you. So that's why I think it's a big deal.
It was.
Tell everybody, it was a dating event. You said
it was an event where people meet in person, and you know, a lot of times the people that I meet are, you know, that I meet on these, you know, as far as dating is concerned, it's always online, but never in person. The people are never they're never in person, you know.
Which can be fun at first, but after a while, you want to actually meet the person, so that could be frustrating.
Okay,
so where did you hear about this event? Can you tell us more information? Like, what was it called? Was it a group?
Well, it was called Gecko, but it was just a bunch of Facebook people and you know, people I knew on Facebook were there, and it was really neat because we all sat at one big table, and you know, it was sort of like when you're there, you realize it all the more reasons of why you what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. Like, for example, when I went, I noticed that a lot of the people that were there were going outside to smoke, and I do not smoke. I have this. I feel weird about dating a woman with smoking, but you know, the thing is
that that's rare. That's rare for people to even smoke cigarettes these days. So you kind of lost me. Okay, so were you outside and you saw a lady you liked that was smoking? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it bugged me a little bit because it made me feel like that I was. You know, I don't smoke. None of my sisters smoke. My parents don't smoke, and neither of my brothers.
So what? Maybe you have to accept a smoker, Johnny. Maybe you just do and tell them to smoke it outside. And they probably already do smoke outside. Sometimes you just have to accept it. You did?
Well, no, I mean,
it was.
What do you mean accept it? Oh no, I didn't.
Sometimes you just need to accept a person for who they are. Maybe they are temporarily smoking. Maybe you could handle it if they just always smoke outside, okay? Because you can't be so picky, and some people in your age bracket are going to be dead set in their ways, and maybe you're going to pass up a really good woman just because you're judging her. You're really judging her. Do you think she likes to go outside? Do you think she likes to have people stare at her and look down on her because she's addicted to something? Because that's what it is. She cannot break the addiction. She doesn't want to do it. Nobody wants to smoke anymore. It's so addictive. So please try to open your mind a little more about the smoking, because you might really, really find a gem. And then she might quit. Maybe she just needs some encouragement.
Yeah. But it was nice because also I have been dieting, and this was a day I really cheated.
Why are you... Excuse me. Hold on. Are you dinging? Are you playing games?
No, I'm not. Let me fix that here.
Sounds like a video game.
No, it's
Can't
okay.
you put the video game on mute?
No, that was just a notice from my computer. It because I have an external hard drive that does that. I disconnected it, so it won't bother us anymore. But
can't you just turn down the volume? You don't have to disconnect
I already did.
it.
I just took care of it. I'll just disconnect it so it'll stop the
Thanks.
notices.
Because you know what, Johnny? Thank you. Sorry, everybody, but it happens every single show. And Dale, especially, always says, "What was that? What was that?" And then nobody says anything. So let's just turn it off during the show. I mean, the only thing I can't turn off is my birds chirping, even though I do try. Mm-hmm. You know, I cover them. So anyway, I have a question about these dating events or get-togethers, mingles. What do you call them? Like where you mingle. A mixer. Yeah. That's what they call it, a mixer. Right. Well, do you think that people crash these things sometimes just to get, like, you know, cocktails and appetizers?
Well, I would think they would. The only thing, though, is that they ask everybody to RSVP, you know, so that they know how many people to register, you know, to reserve.
That I know, but do you know crashers are very crafty, and they can get in because people start standing up and they mingle, they start having a couple drinks. Do you think that they're going to have them stamp their hand or something when they come and go? I mean, these things are easy just to kind of smooth and slide right into at the hotels, because, you know, I find the wedding crasher thing, that was so funny. And I know some people who actually did that in real life, and it was hilarious. But it popped in my head that there could be these kind of crashers. And also that, do you think they're, you know, really serious? Maybe they're just there to check it out, try to get some tail, and then leave, vice versa. Well, guys could do that, but the girls, maybe they are married. So how do they check these people out? You're saying that they have them RSVP.
Well, what they do is that everybody knows everybody, you know.
Oh, from the group on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you know, from all over the place, you know. I mean, Instagram, you know, Twitter, you know, they're all over the place. It's not one platform. But
I'm proud of you, Johnny.
Yeah.
Just that you're taking the initiative to get yourself out there and network. We don't have to know all the little details of every step you took to get to this event, but I just wanted to picture it in my mind what it was like. Was it at a hotel, or where was it? Can you describe it? Were there great girls? Did you laugh? What'd you do?
Ruby Tuesdays. I was at Ruby Tuesdays.
Oh, okay, like the hamburger restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so a normal, nice, everybody, you know, kind of place where everybody's going to find something they like. And then, what did you do when you walked through the door? Did people say, "Oh, Johnny"?
Well, what I did
was it like a reunion or a meeting, or was it like
you
really were trying to find a wife? I mean,
find the table that everybody's sitting at, and I came a little bit early because it went from 7 to 9, So I came a little bit early, and I sat down, and one of the ladies
early? Right at 7? Were you there right at 7?
Yeah, it was a few minutes before 7, yeah. And
okay.
This lady that I had pizza with before walked up to me and said hi, and we sat next to each other. We weren't dating or anything, but we did chat. It was nice. And
what do you mean you weren't dating or anything? How could you
be
dating if
we
you
weren't
just
on
met
a date
her?
or anything, but we chatted. And
well, I know you weren't. What, are you going to get on a date on the same night you meet them?
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're not dating. I'm just wondering, were you attracted to anybody there? Were there any looks at each other, like a wink or a smile?
I can't say that I was attracted. I mean, there was a lot of people, but there was only like 30 people. But it was just sort of like it was like
a lot.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you're there and you're interacting, and it is true. I mean, it's nice to. They had a salad bar, They had. I mean, I really, really cheated. I was like, mozzarella.
Okay, that's good. I mean, you enjoyed yourself. I mean,
I did.
You were dieting on bananas for so long. You lost how many pounds? A lot. I know you lost
like
a lot.
14.
I saw your post. 14 pounds. That's more than the first time that I've seen you try to lose weight. You lost a lot. Okay, so then you got there. You did it. You were having fun. You had so much fun eating whatever you wanted. I love those days too. And then you met some nice people, but there was no love connection, it sounds like.
No, there wasn't.
Oh.
But
was there
the people
with
were
anybody?
Nice.
Yeah. Was there a love connection with anybody?
I'm sure there was, but I wasn't paying attention to that. I was more or less talking to people and eating. But
hold on. I forgot about this lady who was smoking. She caught your eye, but then when you saw her smoke, you didn't like her anymore. Was that the only person you were interested in?
Well, I'm sure there were other people, but it was just sort of like I don't know. I mean, it was just sort of like there are just. I think also another reason is the lady that was smoking. She was attractive, but her personality and I didn't really match. It was like.
So you were just. Hold on. You were just talking about how you didn't like a person who smokes when you date them, just
yes.
because you felt like it. It didn't have to do with her.
It was her health, and the health problems that are associated with smoking. To me...
Well, then you would have been worrying too much. Say you married a smoker. You would probably go crazy because you would worry too much about them. Or are you worried about the smell getting on you from them?
Right.
You are worried about getting the smell, like on
your
fingers?
Yeah, and the health, it's mostly the health problems. I mean, I don't smoke. I
okay, we know that, but I don't want to talk about it. I gave my advice. I don't want to talk about smoking and on the hemming and hawing about smoking. I don't smoke either, but I'm just looking at the big picture for you, to not be judgmental and just everything your parents believe that you have to go along with it like a little 11-year-old, because you're your own man. If you see a woman and she's hot and she's going for you, and I mean, she wants you, and she's a Playboy playmate, and she smokes, and she has a German accent, then are you going to say, oh, no, because I saw you smoking a cigarette out back, and I'm not interested anymore.
Yes,
Please tell me the truth, yes or no.
If I met that playmate in real life, then I guess it could be possible.
That you might just give in a little bit.
Maybe I
would
give that a little bit. Yes, maybe I would, yes.
Well, then that's not fair. I just don't think that you should put that in your cap everywhere you go. Yeah, but they smoke. Yeah, I saw them smoking. Yeah, because you say it often. So I know you don't want to bring home a woman who smokes cigarettes to your parents' home. But you could just say, hey, honey, could you refrain from the cigarette smoking around my folks? I'm sure she'll be fine with that. She probably has to refrain from many people. How about her job? How about if she has kids? You know, they're already used to it, Johnny. They're already used to keeping their cigarette away from people. They know people don't like it. They've gotten the message. They have gotten the message. And it is sad because if you do see a person who is a cigarette smoker, you can actually tell the difference in their skin. At about, I'd say it probably would start to really show at around 30, 35. Before that, you wouldn't be able to tell by their skin. But then after that, I have seen some peers decline, and it's a certain kind of wrinkle. It's not just the normal kind of wrinkle. It's like little tiny, 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 minuscule wrinkles all over that. Then pretty soon the moisture is just out of that, and then the little ones become real big, cracking kind of ones. So, yeah, hey, please try to stop if you are out there smoking. But I just think that don't be judgmental. It could have been something else. Well, I don't like a woman who has curly hair naturally because it's going to be everywhere in the drains. You have to let that stuff go.
Now, you, as I understand it, you were taking a class. Am I right about that?
Yes. I got a gift. I received a gift. It was last minute. My girlfriend said, hey, I'm doing this course. I've done it 4 years in a row. I absolutely love it. You know, I've noticed the difference, and I totally see, well, she was so wonderful, but even she's being the best of herself, okay? And this class is, she described it as like all about feng shui. She said, oh, you're my soul sister. I would love it if you would do this with me. And it's just a couple of times a month, like a Zoom for an hour and a half. And, you know, the lady who is a master in that and is totally educated and certified with all of the healing of the positive and the meditation. And so they slowly introduce it to you to where it becomes a regular thing in your life to write in your gratitude journal, to you actually have homework, to do mirror work, which you learn what that is, to meditate. And she'll just start off with 1 minute. So my first class was last night, and it was great. Many people, all the boxes all filled up. And my girlfriend just said, I would love it if you would do this year. It's a year dedication. So she wanted me to do it with her, and she said, I want to give it. She has a gift. It's not cheap. So it meant a lot to her that I was doing it with her. I mean, she's done it. This will be the 4th year in a row. So I'm sure she wants to, you know, share it with somebody who would appreciate it, which is me, because my friend Robin, she did come for Christmas. So if you listen regularly, you've heard about that and everything that she does. And she totally redid my whole place for me instead of going whale watching, which we had planned. So she's like, nope, this would bring me so much more joy. And I mean, it really is changing my life, having no more piles of unorganized clothes and too much furniture. We got rid of half of the furniture, and that was hard. Okay, that's hard to do. And she rented the truck, not hard physically, but it was hard. It's hard to purge things that you're used to and that you find value in, but do you want room? Do you want to be able to practice ballroom up and down your hardwood floor, or do you want to go walk around it like it's an obstacle course and, put your hip out and stub your toe again and again? So, no, she took care of that. Well, so she's just a giver. She's a great friend for 20 years almost. And my first class was last night. I did my homework. About the meditation. Johnny, you and I know about meditation. We hear about it a lot because we have these healers that come on the show, doctors, healers, and psychics, and mediums, and philosophers. Every single person, friends, stars, everybody says that they understand. Most people understand the power of meditation, but do we all do it all the time? Is it really working? Does it really work? I can't clear my mind. All of these things about meditation come into your mind. So it is so simple, but yet it's such a hard thing to do regularly, every single day when you get up. So she starts you off with just 1 minute, and you have to do your homework, and she checks on you. It's only twice a month Zoom, but every day she's communicating on your group chat of your people that keep you accountable. I mean, this is my first day, and I have like 3 things to do. So if this doesn't change a person's state of mind and being and the way they feel about themselves, and I don't know what would. This is so important. So I just said, why not? What a nice gift. Of course I will. Of course, I loved the lady. She was amazing. And I'm going to enjoy it. Her name's Rose. So they're going to teach all about how to set your home up as well. Everything is connected to this. Even, about spirituality and feeling good about yourself. Everything is connected, even the way you set your house up. From walking in, that section is, something to do with wealth and prosperity. And then the next section, that will do with family. And the next section, maybe the bedroom area, that would do with your romance and relationship. So it goes around your whole house like that. And it's supposed to really be geared and decorated and just photos of that theme that is supposed to be in that area, feng shui, should be there. So that is what really got me interested in the first place. I love decorating, and when you love decorating, you also want to do it feng shui to where the person's head isn't facing the door that's going to open behind them, things like that. I mean, that's simple, but there's a lot more to it. So that's what really got me interested. I didn't have any idea that it would be like so intense with meditation, and you know what? I'm so glad, because that's the thing I'm lacking discipline with, is meditation. So I need a group like this to help me. I was really grateful for this. This is really what I really needed. I mean, isn't that wonderful, Johnny? That
I know,
Robin
it's great.
is for me. Yeah, because, we listen to the psychics tell us, and, oh, yes, I'm going to do it. Oh, yes, I'll listen to your meditation tape. And you get done with the show, or you wake up the next day, and then you just put it off. There's no accountability partner. And also, it's just random. You don't really have it set in your mind of intent of what are you going to do with your valuable moments. And you just kind of like flip through. Okay, I'll try this one. No, that one's not good. I'll try this one. And you kind of lay there. Oh, well, this is annoying. So, no, it's all set out for you. So you will do it. And if you do it, it's supposed to really work. So I am going to really do it. So everybody can hear about my progress Tuesdays and a little bit on Fridays when we're with Psychic Del Shear. We always chat. And so we can update you about how it's going, because, sometimes I do get riled up over nothing. I don't want to. I want to really, be calm-minded and not let. There's so many little things that could tick a person off. Just look around the city when people are driving around. It's scary. They're all ticked off. I don't want to add to any negative. I don't want to add to the universe any negative energy whatsoever. I would like to be the best person of myself and learn how to, these are just like my words, strip away like the fears and the, little things that are hanging you up, and just go for it, which most people have gone for it, and they've been so successful, and they've achieved all kinds of things, and then for whatever reason they go down a different road, or maybe they're getting older, or they just can't do that. They had an injury or something like that. So their life changes. But there is so much to attain in life. I have reached so many goals. I really have, but there's so much more I want to do. This only, I think, would speed up the process, and actually, well, not only, but it will make it happen and speed up the process. Mm-hmm. You are having to do something every single day. You can't put it off, and then 2 weeks go by, and then you go meditate for 10 minutes and then think that there are miracles are going to happen in your mind, and you're going to flow. You're going to be flowing after that. No, you have to, I believe you have to do this every day. And I'm sure 1 minute does work, because I find just like scrubbing something, like cleaning and just putting your headphones on and just like not thinking about anything and just cleaning, or just taking a shower where it's just running on you. And those moments when you do have that calm mind is when you get clarity. If you just think about it, those calmer moments that you're just doing some mundane thing where your mind just kind of gets lost, well, that is when, boom, you come back and you have clarity. So if you really, really do it seriously, the meditating, say the right things, she lays it all out there for you. Nice, beautiful. I haven't even opened it yet, but I just got it. Amazon, a beautiful, everybody's talking about the notebook she gave. So it's right here. I haven't opened it yet, but it's heavy. Wonderful woman. Anyway, that is all. That's all I have on that at this time.
Well, this has been great. I mean, it's
yes,
it is. Did you want to do the shout out?
Okay, Johnny. I would love to talk more and more and more about it, but you know what I would really love is to wait until you do have that love connection, because I feel it's going to come right around the corner. So, but I'm glad you had fun and you got out there and you lost the weight, and you know what? That got you to the point to be just how you want to be. And so I am proud of the ladies, or whomever put this all together. Good for them and good for you that you took part in it, because you would never not do a show, because shows are so important to you. In fact, I don't even remember. The only time I remember that happened with you is where you canceled the show is when you had to go to the dentist.
Or when I was sick.
And, yeah, maybe one time you were sick. So this was really important to you. But I just think it's great because you are getting out there. And I like it that you had fun with people, because people love you. And I know, you don't even have to tell me, I know everybody was hugging you and saying, nice to meet you, Johnny. Right?
Right.
Hello. Good. Okay, well, hi to all of those new friends out there of yours, and I hope you told them all about the show. And we look for... What was that?
I did.
What did you... You did? Okay, well, you didn't even go into any details about anything, so... about who you met or talked to. So, I didn't want to pry too much, Johnny. Do you not have any more details to tell us about the dating event?
What I was going to tell you is Barbara texted me while I was sitting eating dinner, and
Barbara.
You did.
Barbara's me. So why did you say Barbara? Yeah. I'm here, right here.
Sorry. Well, I was telling everybody that Barbara texted me. And so what I did was I called you, and I said, yeah, well, I'm just sitting here eating dinner, and nobody knows that I have a Playboy Playmate for a co-host. And I made sure I said that was...
scare them all off. Johnny, I know it's hard to resist, but you probably did scare them all off because they get intimidated. They're like, oh, well, because, he wouldn't like me if he's used to being around that. You have to just, I don't know, tell them that later because they can't, not many people feel like it's untouchable for them. They can't compare it. I'm not saying I'm better at all for being a playmate at all. I'm just saying when a woman hears that, they have a certain thing in their mind, image, which is the most glamorous woman on the planet. And so that's what they think of right away. They're not thinking, they don't really think, the girl next door is so sweet and nice. And, if I only heard her voice, I would just be so surprised because she's like what you always say, Mary on, what is it, Something About Mary movie. Yeah. The nice one, which I am. And so they're picturing the most glamorous, untouchable woman, uncomparable woman in the world. And they probably think, well, that's too much for me. I wouldn't be able to live in that kind of world. I don't know anything about that world.
Well, what I said was co-host. I didn't say girlfriend, but...
No, yeah, well, then they really wouldn't be doing good in your world if you had a playmate girlfriend. They would probably wonder why you really were even there. Johnny, come on now. I said that. You work with a Playboy Playmate co-host. What do you think we think? I mean, yes, I'm talking about that exact thing. When you say that you work with a Playboy Playmate, that's your co-host on the radio regularly, every week, several times, then they are going to imagine your world is very, very glamorous. And it scares people. I'm not going to say everything you said to everybody or think about everything is wrong. I don't want to come across that. Just saying that it's an intimidating thing. So tell me, what did they say after you did? Were they impressed or did they just
Actually, they didn't say anything, really. They just looked at me and said, okay.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's probably not going to impress the ladies too much. That's for guy talk. Hey, I work with a Playboy Playmate. How about with the ladies? You could tell them, I have learned a lot about ladies through my co-host, Barbara.
Yes.
She sure has taught everybody a thing or two after 700 shows. Why don't you say something like that? They don't have to know I'm a Playboy Playmate, and that's just the claim to fame of everything, because it is not. So do that next time, please. And then they will be like, oh, really? I might like that show. But they probably don't even like Playboy at all. I mean, I don't know what. Was this a group of people that are like the same type of, like, kind of normal people, not models or celebrities out there, right?
I would say they're diverse. There's no one set.
All
right. Well, are you ready to shout out?
What do you think I should shout out? What's your favorite social media platform you use for Life, Laughter, Happiness, where we can go see some of your fabulous posts? Really? Facebook. So Life, Laughter, Happiness Life, Laughter, Happiness Radio Show. Sorry about that. It's a long title, but that's what we have to have. And, okay, so then please post this show link there, because I'm only going to tell people one place to go tonight. I don't want to confuse them. So everybody, please go follow our page, our Facebook page called Life, Laughter, Happiness Radio Show. Just type in Life, Laughter, and it'll just pop up probably. And we also have a private group. We do have a lot of people, like 500 or 600 in the private group, because some people don't want to share their private stuff. Maybe they were guests on our show and they want to go talk to us privately. You could do that and share what you're sharing privately, or you could write an email. Right here on Blog Talk Radio, you have to follow us, too, for all the alerts. So, easy. Just follow us here, too. You'll get all of our show alerts. Don't miss them. And please do make note of our number for Friday. Just tell them what number to call Friday, Johnny, real quick, please.
Okay. 516-531-9874.
Okay. Thank you so much. And please have that number available Friday at 5 Pacific time. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Alexa, off. She does the daily unwind every time I'm on air, and I don't know how to take it off. Sorry. Talk about interruptions. I'll have to look into that, Johnny, because it's really become a thing where every episode she always comes on and says, this is your nightly unwind. And I've asked her to please turn that off, and she never does. It's always coming on. So it's an interrupted thing. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Let's go meditate now and try to do it every day without your accountability partner. It might be difficult. All right. See you Friday with your psychic questions for Psychic Dale Shear. 5 p.m. Pacific. Wait, hold on. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're over by Johnny, it is 8 o'clock on the East Coast. All right. Good night, everybody.